Hello YouTubes and bunnies, Q here. So I'm going to go through basic healing and 4-man content and just basic healing in general. We'll go through what type of set you need to wear, what you need to do, what your role is, basically how to be successful as a healer. And you don't have to be amazing at it, you just have to do it. And actually I think I have the wrong staff on, don't I? Haha, that is a nice staff. Let's swap those. Okay, so let's go through it. So what does it mean to be a healer? Well, obviously, you want to heal people, right? So I'm a Templar. You can heal successfully with every class. In fact, every class is a little bit different in the way you do it, the way it works. But yeah, you want to heal, keep your group healed. But that's not your only job. Your So other than healing, so that's job number one is heal. All right, let me see what I'm typing on the OBS. There it goes. Okay, cool. So job number one is to heal. Number two, you're also a DPS. You don't have to be amazing. You don't need 120k DPS to do stuff, but that's your second requirement is you have to add to the damage. I'm not going to be doing a lot of DPS because I'm not really set up for that. I'm really bad at DPS in general. But 15, 20k is more than enough, and you'll probably match or beat a lot of other players. Number three is buff and debuff. Buff and debuff. Buff, B-U-F-F-F. So these come from all sorts of things. I'm wearing a set that gives a buff to my team, Major Courage. You can get it from champion points. Some things will buff that up, but yeah, so you want to buff and debuff the enemies and buff up your team, and that's where higher end sets come in. The better the sets for the healer, the better the buff is, and also your skills. So like I have a Warhorn. This gives, come up here. When activated, it gives your group Max Magicka and Max Stamina, which increases their overall damage because damage calculation is based on your max stat as well. Total max stat, not current. And then it also gives, this is a morph of that ability, so it's actually an assault line. This is a morph of Sturdy Warhorn. And it also gives major force to yourself and all of your allies in the area, which increases their critical damage by 20% for 10 seconds. It's a very, very powerful buff. It's probably one of the most useful ones. It's also very expensive ultimate. So you use this in big battles, you get massive boost damage. So that's one of them. Another one I always use is Luminous Shard. So in the buffing and debuffing is you don't just heal health, right? Whoops, health. You also heal resources. Whoops, I can't write heal res, right? So you heal resources, magic, and stamina, and you do that by giving out synergies. Now, if you're playing with higher level players, you have this passive right here called Undaunted Command. So every time you activate a synergy, it restores 4% of all your stats. And if I activate a synergy, this is how much I get. And you can use a synergy from a skill, a named skill. So let's say Energy Orb right here, right? I can use that once every 20 seconds. And if you have multiple of the same one, so the Energy Orb, Mystic Orb, and Necrotic Orb, those are all three morphs for it. You can actually use all three of those synergies every 20 seconds. So the more synergies you put out there, the more resources your team has, the more they can sustain. They don't have to heavy attack, the more damage they can do, right? So these are your three jobs as a healer, and you got to do them all. Also, you have to pay attention because your team might have some squishy members in there, and you might have to hit your big heals a lot. So you always have to manage your resources, you have to manage your team, and you have to manage all the buffs. There's a lot of work that goes into healing. It's not just as simple as healing every once in a while. So what makes a healer on the bar? So your skills are the primary thing. The first thing is your class big heal. You have to have this big heal, right? Very, very important. This is the biggest heal in the game that you can get your hands on as your character, and every class has a class skill that does it. Technically, the all class one is Combat Prayer, but that's also a required one. It's pretty close. It does 9,200, and my class big heal only does 10,000. I'm not in a very good equipment setup. These numbers can get much, much higher. But yeah, so you want your class big heal at all times. I keep mine on my DPS bar, just because in group dungeons, it's faster for me just to hit the number one key or Q than it is to swap bars in the middle of a rotation, very simple rotation, and go heal someone. So I always have it there just as an oh crap moment, because most of the time when that happens, it means my heals over time happen. So you want your big heal. Next thing you want on your bars is your heal over times, HOT, right? And there's a lot of skills that do it. One of them is Rapid Regen. This is a very common one. Specifically, you want the other morph, the one I don't have, called Radiating Regen, because it lasts 10 seconds. And that one heals you and healing you or up to 3 nearby allies, so not the entire team of 4. A whole bunch of health over 10 seconds. This is a great heal over time. It's great for proccing a bunch of sets. Another good heal over time, but this one's area effect, is Healing Springs. You cast it on the ground and people get healed in there. Don't use the Healing Springs morph like I have right here. This is the wrong morph. You should be using Illustrious Healing. The extra Magicka you restore every time a ally is healed. You're never going to notice the difference. So those are 2 really good heal over times, and then your class might have some heal over times as well. So like I'm a Templar, so I have, there it is, Extended Ritual, right? So this one heals quite a bit over a very long time, and then that gives a synergy too. So this literally does everything you want as a healer skill. So this one's always up if I'm fighting, and the radius is just massive. It'll encompass the entire fight. The other heal over time you definitely want if you want to do harder content. You have to have Energy Orb. This is a morph of the Necrotic Orb. It's in the Undaunted line. It's really long to level up, but it's extremely worth it. This is a massive heal. It grants a massive synergy, and it is absolutely required for high-end content. But that said, so it does, let's say, 2,000 health every second, and you get a massive explosion of all your resources whenever they synergize it. Plus, so like it says, what gets 8,300 health when they use it, or 4,000 Magicka or stamina. But it also includes this for their Undaunted command skill, so they get an additional 1,000 Magicka and on top of that. So if I hit this synergy, I'm getting 6,000 Magicka plus. Just for using this synergy. It's really strong, and you got to keep this up, and it's a very good heal. So those are the key skills. I mean, you can work until you get this skill. Normally I just run, let's say I'm a Templar and I don't have Energy Orb, I would definitely keep Radiating Regen, the other morph, and probably Healing Springs on there too. That way both of these can add up to the effect that Energy Orb does. So you want all those, and then you want buffs. So 3 buffs. And that depends on your class. Every class has some buffs that they can give to the team, and whether or not they're good buffs, you have to just experience and play. So for the Templar, I'm not using anything special. I'm using all skill, so this is another big heal. But this one also gives Minor Berserk and Minor Resolve to your to allies that you hit. So this goes in a cone. So it actually goes, so here's you, right? And you're looking this direction, it's going to go like this. Right? So all of these, if someone's standing over here and someone's standing over here, they're not going to get hit. Right? So you have to physically face your character towards the people you're doing. These are directional. But you should try to keep this up as much as possible. In really good groups, it's best if you focus on only healing and keeping this up, because the extra 5% damage you're giving to the high-end DPS is more than you're going to put out. So keep that up. Other than that, for most 4-man content, I mean, I have my armor buff right here, which also helps sustain. This is just the damage over time with a big synergy restore. And then I just have damage on the front and utility. So I run Purifying Light. It's a big damage, plus it can heal all your allies after it pops. It's very good to keep. This is just a Templar skill. I have Elemental Drain as well on this setup. Ele Drain, you can give minor magic steal to the enemy. It's a debuff, and what it does is every time you or an ally cause damage to it, you restore some Magicka to it, Magicka back, and it's a very good sustain tool. I normally hit the biggest mobs in the group, and the bosses. Also gives Major Breach, which it reduces their spell and critical resistance. Your tank might be doing it too, so it's kind of overlapping, because when you use the first taunt, the good one, the Pierce Armor, that like I have here, it also, it also gives Major Breach. Major and Minor Breach. So you kind of overlap with that, but you're really using this for the Magicka steal. And then I have my main damage spammable, Puncturing Sweeps. This also keeps me alive because it also heals for 44%. Use this when you have nothing better to do. And then I have Unstable Wall of Frost just to get some more damage. I'm also using an Ice Staff, so you also get a shield every time you use it, which kind of helps the healing thing. And then you can also root and immobilize NPCs in that area too. And if you really need to just spam a bunch of AoE that goes in a long direction, yeah, just spam Unstable Wall of Frost. It's actually a pretty good spammable. And then my ult, I just have a damage ult on. It's Icy Rage. It's the morph of the other one. It's the one that does extra effects, not just follows you. In this case, Icy Rage will immobilize enemies' hits for 3 seconds. It's not amazing. I'd rather have Fire or Thunder, but I'd rather have Ice for this. And also, it lets me block with Magicka as opposed to Stamina, so I can keep my Stamina up for sprinting around, moving around, and roll dodging, because the healer is the last one that really should die. So that's just the basics of how you set up a bar. So again, big heal over time, heal over time. You want combat prayer, that's pretty much mandatory. I have another heal over time as energy orb. You can throw in, if you feel not confident, throw in radiating regen and healing springs depending on the class. And other than that, as many synergies as you can put out there. Like I have luminous shards. This is just my armor buff with sustain. It's just a value thing. Otherwise I'd have another probably an undaunted skill like Sanguine Altar. I'd put that on there too because it's a good another heal over time as well. And then on front bar, I have my big heal and utility, LE Drain and Purifying Light, and then just damage, right? Easy enough. And then the sets I'm using, so you don't have to be fancy on the sets, but you do want more healer-oriented ones, and you want to be in light armor, not medium or heavy. So first set I have on is Sentinel of Rz. This comes from Darkshade Caverns 1. Actually, let me queue up while I do this, because I'm a healer, and queues take a little while. Excuse me. I'm not cutting that out. Let's do... I don't want to do Tempest Island today. Let's do Darkshade Caverns, even though it's irritating. Anyways, back to the sets. So Sentinel, you can get it from Undaunted, or not Undaunted, but Darkshade Caverns. And this is a healer-oriented... 2-piece monster set. So you get healing done, cool, and then when you heal yourself for an ally, whoa, that was fast. Heal yourself an ally, you can create a little Dwemer Spider that also heals and gives back magic and stamina. Do everything in an area around it. This is another sustain. It gives health and resources, so this is very powerful. I also use this set on my Undaunted tank. Next piece, I have one piece Trainee. So I have a front and back bar set. So I have Order's Wrath front, and then Spell Power Cure back, because I don't need them both active at the same time, so I can get away with this. Your setup can be different, of course, if you need a set on both bars. So I have a one-piece Trainee, and that's just a value set on the armor. It's a heavy piece. I'm also wearing 5-2, so 5 light, 2 heavy. It actually should be 5-1-1, but again, my particular equipment is not optimized. Right, still recording? Cool. Yeah, and then I have that Order's Wrath set. I'll bring it back. Oh, say hello when you get into a dungeon. And they're off. So I have Order's Wrath. It's just a crit and crit damage set. So it gives crit, weapon damage, crit, and then increases your crit damage and crit healing by... Holy crap. That guy just got destroyed. I didn't even have time. See, this is why you let the tank go in first. Mr. Squish Monster just got squished. And my resources are low? Okay. So yeah, anyways, crit damage, crit healing. The next set I'm wearing is Spell Power Cure, so this is one of the buffs. So when you overheal, which means... Something's wrong here. Is that the low level? No, that's the 2000 guy. So when you overheal, which means I'm healing these two right now, I'm healing them when they're already at max health. You give them Major Courage, which increases their spell and weapon damage by a significant amount. It's basically a buff to... Oh my god, quit being squishy. Jesus. And I'm the vampire. What the hell? I'm about to have to throw on another heal. These guys are just taking massive amounts of damage. So this is going to be a hard dungeon, because there's more damage than this thing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Spell Power Cure. So gives Major Courage. Oh my god, they're just standing in the red. I hate these guys. See, look, I got hit by it. I'm a vampire. I'm stuck on my heal bar. And so yeah, when you heal with the heal over time, so I have a Purifying Light and whatchamacallit? Radiating Regen. Not Radiating Regen. Actually, speaking of Radiating Regen, put that on. I don't need focus. Probably should keep that. Whatever. Also, always be flexible. So I have all that. And then my last set is a Mythic Ring. It's Markyn Ring of Majesty. So you get 100 spell power and weapon damage for every 2... Where is this guy and why is he dying? Oh, he ran ahead. You know, screw him. Yeah, you don't want to stay with the group. You get the die. Sorry, I have to concentrate. Ooh, I need resources bad. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, Markyn Ring. So you get extra armor and extra spell power and weapon damage. For every lockpicks. Oh yeah, he's gonna pick the lock. So I get extra weapon spell power for every every set you're wearing that you have 30 more pieces of. So I'm wearing 1, 2, 3 sets at all, or 2 sets at all times. So I get an extra 200 thing and a lot of extra armor, which keeps me a little bit tanky. Is it the best? Nah, no, not really. Oh, let me get rid of Ember. Oh my god, Squish Monster stepped on. So this is going to be a stressful dungeon. But as you can see, even with suboptimal gear... Oh, and all my traits, they should be divines, but I have like well-fitted and impan and crap. Because I use all my sets with all my setups, including PvP. So this is just like leftover PvP stuff. And that one's reinforced. This one's infused. Like, you don't really need it. It doesn't matter on the traits. In fact, if you're leveling up, just stick to training. It's only if you really want to get fancy and start doing a lot of damage. So I'm going through the rotation. I have my heal over times up. We have a... whatchamacallit now? Keep my resources up because these guys are squishy, so I don't really want to drop below 50%. Keep up the heals. I'm recasting them early because I really don't want them to go down. Let me put some of that on there. Some of that, some of that, some of that. Heal the tank because he's not healing himself. Whew. And notice I'm not using my ultimate yet because I'm saving it. Because I have a passive in here that lets me heal. I don't have it on. I totally didn't, I didn't do my champion points correct. Let me double check. Do I have the overheal effect? Oh, I do have it. So Evan Limited Flow. As far as champion points passives go, if you're going to heal, that overflow passive that I just quickly went up, it's in the first part of the healing section. That's the only one I would want. Because it is so powerful. It basically gives, when you overheal an enemy, I think it's 90 regen of each type, or 150. It's one of the two. It's so powerful. If I had to choose any passive, it would be that one. Alright, so we gotta wait for dude to show up, because if he doesn't... you won't get the daily for it, because you have to come in here and kill this. Though technically we could start, we'd never kill it in time, because Mr. Werewolf is not that good DPS. Start off by dropping stuff. Make him... Oh, why is he attacking the scribs? Focus on the boss, bro. They just come back to life. I'm gonna drop that. Get some Magicka. Heal up. So yeah, I'm really just looking at my bar and looking at the position of my teammates and trying to hit them with the blessing as much as possible. Dropping the shards on the tank, keeping my hots up, and doing damage whenever I can. because I am focused on keeping my squishies alive, I haven't been able to get much DPS in. Although we're doing 80k, so I don't actually have to do damage. Drop another synergy. It's okay to drop things that have synergies. Extra. Wait, is Fimo wearing that ring? Or... I think he's using the stupid self-heal ring that prevents external heals, which means I can't heal him. Also, you can talk to your teammates when they're like screwing things up. That was such a waste of an ultimate. If someone's doing a quest, they have to wait here, and they have to talk to that person. It's just a quirk of this particular dungeon. Okay, Tank knows what he's doing. He's actually pulling both of these Centurions in, which is good. Nope, never mind. I lied. So yeah, this is how you heal. Where'd it go? And to be a really effective healer, you kind of have to anticipate. Like you saw, I dropped out my hots, even though we haven't engaged yet, just because I know that these guys will get pulled in. God. Get closer to the freaking... It's okay to be close, guys. Nothing in this game is worth being far away. There's no point to being far away from everything else. Just get up there. See where the werewolf is? Stand there. Stand there. Try not to stand in red, like I just did. Also, get Magicka back anytime you can. I've also not been, haven't been keeping my resources up very well. See, I'm at 60, I'm just going to start regenning. Keeping Radiating Regen up as much as possible. Which only hits 2 targets, but for the most part, they don't need a lot of damage. For this dungeon, since I'm also going through the dungeon, these guys, you have to kill them all at the same time. Do not single target one down, because they'll just regenerate, and if you do it too many times, they enrage, and they actually do a lot of damage, even after the nerf. So if you're going to debuff it as a healer, debuff them all. If you're going to use damage over times, hit them all, so you do equal damage to everything. So see, that one's getting a little bit high up. It's that one back there that needs more damage. This one that's closest to me needs a little extra damage. I'm not going to hit the others. I will hit this one though with Purifying Light. Okay, get back one. Get him more damage. Either the tank is a genius, or he's just lucking into it and getting one of the highest health furthest back. Yeah. They're about to regenerate. Yep, see? That one came back. Alright, so now we gotta burn this one down. Oh god, they're all gonna come back. There's no way we can do enough damage. Nah, I wouldn't have done 200k. Oh my god, I hate these bosses. Yeah, it's getting closer, getting closer. Okay, I'm just gonna burn it. If they die, they die. There. Yeah, so Werewolf's fault. He was doing a lot of single target damage and making him uneven. And this is like one of 3 bosses in the game, so he can be forgiven. For this boss, I'm actually going to put Healing Springs on. Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm going to put Healing Springs on. The reason why, there's a lot of damage about to come in. And there's no way to really stop it. And I will be putting Magicka Steel on some of these, and occasional damage. Where's your tank? Why are you over there? Oh my god, stop moving around. How much Magicka regen do I have? Oh, you know what? I don't have a Mundus. That's why it's so hard to sustain. So yeah, you apparently don't need a Mundus to heal. If I had one, I'd have the regeneration one. What's it called? Oh my god. We did 20% damage. I think I'm also missing passive in Resto because my heavy attacks don't seem to be healing as much as they should. Always go prepared, kids. Yeah, so I know the damage is really high here. I'm just focusing on healing. Notice I haven't done much damage at all. I can do some right now because the damage is a little up. Oh, and this boss, for Darkshade Caverns II, basically what happens is you can't taunt it, can't really damage it. She has a 99% health resistance. Notice it going down to 78. We're doing a little bit of damage, but not a whole lot. Oh god, we're taking so much damage. And then she falls to the ground for, I think, 10 seconds. Okay, we got more damage going. Yeah. Actually, we probably could have just powered through it. Huh. Again, my wrong morphs and wrong equipment, wrong everything. Starting to take its toll. But it's okay, because it's doable. Again, you don't have to be amazing to do this type of content. You just have to be on your toes and know your role. Alright, putting some damage down because there's enough here. In fact, I'm going to drop that. Oh, keep heals up, heals up, heals up. Where's the boss? Oh, she's down on the ground. So it looks like I was adding about 10% or so damage. So I've got to keep that in mind. Even I'm killing stuff. Pots up. See, the whole reason the team went down, took a lot of damage there, was because my hots failed. They went down and I wasn't keeping them up. So, healers are very, very important. You're literally the hardest job in the 4-man content, just because you have so much to do as a healer. I'm gonna put some damage down, kind of help him out. More heals, boss is down. I'm just gonna focus on healing. Still a lot of damage out. There we go. Easy enough. Alright, let's go on. So we still have 2 more bosses to go. I'm just gonna heavy attack this guy. I'll put some dots on. And keep a heal up. Just keep resources up. Alright, this fight. This one's fun. I'm definitely going to leave healing springs on. Anything else I want? No. So I'm definitely popping a Warhorn for this. Come on, tank. If you have a really good healer and not me, you can pull literally every single one of these NPCs. And it's so fun. Okay, where's Squish Monster? Get back there. Get in the fucking group. Running low on Magicka. More hots. Keep that up. I'm going to focus on healing again for this fight. There's a lot of damage coming in. Tank can't possibly get everything in there. And also, I am purifying light as much as possible. Oh, he just pulled 2, didn't he? I'm low on Magicka. Gotta get it up. And yes, I am overcasting Purifying Ritual. It's because I'm on the wrong bar. I keep trying to hit Purifying Light. If these guys would stay still, I can heal them. Stop panicking in dungeon, people. Just don't. I mean, if they haven't noticed that I'm halfway competent by now, I don't know what to tell them. Gotta grab that synergy. Warhorn. I said halfway competent. I know what my skills are. And Purifying Light, you can hit as many things as you possibly can with it. See? Easy, easy. For this next fight, I am going to keep on Healing Springs again. Actually, no. I lied. I'm switching over back to Rapid Regen. So, oh wait. No. Yeah, I'm keeping. Oh, please don't pull the boss yet. Please don't pull the boss yet. Okay, cool. So is that guy behind me? Oh, I should have swapped my... Oh, whatchamacallit. Big heal over to this bar. Okay, we got a lightning phase. It just adds. So this boss goes through 3 phases. Every time he hits a corner, he will either go into poison, fire, or lightning phase. And poison does a lot of damage. This is actually the hard mode. You can turn it off with the levers in the center that we're walking around, but we're doing hard mode, so you can't turn off the stuff. Heal. Oh, Oh man, I am having so much trouble sustaining. Alright, Warhorn these guys. Boss is coming my way. Good. Okay, it's another fire phase. Please don't get hit by fire. And if you're having trouble with the damage, these spheres are actually doing quite a bit of the damage right now. The boss doesn't do much outside of the fire and the poison phase. Oh my god, we're only at 46%. What are they doing? 32k DPS? Jeez. Poison phase. Panic! Panic! On big heal panic! Yeah, so someone figured it out. They're killing the spheres. Perfect. This is fire phase. We can... It's a good one to focus on. Keep that up. Ooh. Ah! Ruined our no death. Okay, Tank really needs to heal himself. So see how I said stay close during the poison phase? They didn't stay close. I know what my capabilities are. I was trying to help them. And they're just standing in the fucking red. Tank doesn't heal himself. Yeah, I'm crying about it. What are you gonna do about it? Alright, I think there's a lightning phase. Nope. Another fire phase. Oh. Please stay close, like I said. It's okay. We'll complete it. It was a 15%, not a big deal. We were able to get everybody up. Almost done. We didn't pull the lever, we got hard mode. All is well in the world. I just lost 2 soul gems. Whoa. Keep forgetting I can just use combat prayer. Has a big heal on that bar. Easy, easy. Hard mode done. So, yeah, that's basics of healing. Going back to the sets. Yeah, totally suboptimal. I mean, that one's divines, but this is well fitted. Try. This is well fitted. Yeah, these are PvP items. That one's reinforced, infused, divines, Markyn. So the Markyn I have reduced cost, which helps a lot. It's infused. I'm running Magicka Recovery. Technically, actually this is perfectly fun. And then I have the ice staff here for the immobilize and the extra shield on wall, and that is really loud. We go over here. That's really loud too. Yeah, just basic stuff. Both of these sets are really easy to get. Spell Power Cure comes from Imperial City Vaults Dungeon City White Gold Tower. White Gold Tower. Shut up, Ember. White Gold Tower is very easy to farm. It's just a little long because it's one of the first DLC dungeons, but it's very easy to do. And you can, of course, get body pieces, which you can get in one run. And Order's Wrath is actually a crafted set. It's only 3 pieces. And then Sentinel is from Darkshade Caverns 1, not this one. And yeah, this is very, very easy. There's a couple of other healer sets too. Bogdan is another good one. Earthgore's a DLC dungeon. I don't remember the name. But yeah, there's tons of them. And you don't have to run this type of setup either. I just, I have my buff. I have something for me to get better heals and better damage. And a healer 2-piece set and utility. Just I don't need this. It's just extra health. Right? Cool. So that's how you heal. Enjoy. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. All right. Oh, and if I can get like 2 likes on this video, maybe 3, and comment, subscribe, all those YouTube things, I'll do a dance video. Yeah. All right. Bye.